Alright, all my great and glorious advisors, this is your Imperial Commander Acid, welcoming you back to another Imperial report with the Space Empires 5 campaign. This would be the Balance mod 1.20B, I believe. I think that's all the intro stuff, so as you may have noticed on a tip from a dude in the comments, and I have just had a brain fart and forgotten your name, I'm sorry about that, but you know who you are. But on that tip, I have adjusted the screen ratio pixel thingamabobbermajiggies to the larger format size. I'm going to have to see how long this takes to render out, because if it takes too long, I'll probably just go ahead and reduce size and go back to the, maybe the less pretty videos with the bounding or the boxes on either side. But every time you do a step up in video size, or the pixels and everything, going up to, this is 1280 by 720, I think. So every time you take that step up, you increase the duration of rendering, and I really don't like to run this computer more than a couple of hours rendering something out. So if this takes too long, probably have to go back to the smaller video size. But enough of that BS, let's get back into the game, see where the Empire is right now. So we were getting a bit more aggressive, we were pushing forward, we're sending some ships out to these different planets here to create a presence. As I recall, there was an enemy ship just kind of hanging out right around here somewhere. Let's see, we were waiting on, I think, medium ships was going to be done next turn. We'll finally be able to get some somewhat bigger ships. We're just kind of poking around on some of this other stuff. Engine overloading weapons. Did we want another level of these? Thought I decided that... Oh yeah, okay. Go up to 2 levels on those. I don't know. Do we really need them? I don't know about that. I'm going to go ahead and pull the points out of that. I mean, level 2 isn't necessarily, it would be good, but at the same time, engine overloading weapons are pretty good just at level 1. I mean, they I think they deal damage to shields, and then after they get, after the shields are gone, they'll get through and take out the engines, and then the enemy are sitting ducks for whatever you throw at them. So combined with the time distortion burst that takes out shields real quick, because they're quad damage to shields, we're pretty good on that. So let's go ahead and advance a turn so we can get our medium ships finally. We'll be able to start building some more potent attack vessels for our upcoming push into enemy territory. Might be a good idea to start building some more mines to stick there. That one key choke point, the warp point, that's real important. So we got our medium ships, we've got some other stuff built and upgraded, that's good. A lot of mineral facilities upgraded, that's really good. See what our production rates are up to now. We're still low. But that'll improve next turn, because I think the ones that have been upgraded this turn don't start producing their better rates until next turn. Could be wrong about that. But we're not doing horrible on resources, and we do have construction queues pumping out some stuff. And once we get some of these other planets that are good to colonize, that are our atmosphere type, and some of these huge ones, get those suckers terraformed. Yeah, boy. Let's see. So this is the one. This is where we're sticking some mines. So, and there's the mine layer. It's clear back here. It would be, that's the spoiler, right? So let's go ahead and get this guy back here. Let's see. So we've got a pretty long time before that one's going to be completely done with all its stuff. So we'll go ahead and pull back a little bit further. How's this one on its... So we can go ahead and build there once we have something. Let's see if we can do anything new with mines, because we've opened up some different techs. Nope, we've just got the standard warheads. Actually, I think these destroy engines. Yep. 40-60. And we can put 2 warheads on each one of these. This isn't really necessary. Kamikaze. Type is mine. Name. Let's go with Tamer. Create it. Close. And let's see. Oh shit, this one can't build ships and stuff. There we go. I'll try this one. Oh, that one's building those things. And this one's building all that stuff, so we can still build stuff here, just get units. Take a little while though. Now, how many could that hold at one time? I think it was about 80-ish. Let me go ahead and check. Okay, so ships, we've got our mine layer. Cargo space 840, so 84. I don't know if we can build quite that many in a reasonable amount of time, but let's see. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. That's the Crusader. Let's go ahead and just... let's see how long it'll be before we get the next level of medium ships, because if we're going to get that pretty quick, I don't want to... 4 turns, I think I'll wait. Go ahead and get the next level of medium ships, and then probably retask a lot of those points to something else. Then come up with some designs for medium ships. Then we'll be doing pretty good. Already doing pretty good, actually. Just need to keep on our toes. We don't want to... we don't want to focus on things like, just one technology for too long. And then we start suffering in other areas if we do that. Not a good idea. Alright. So, not too bad a production value on most of this stuff. And this is one that has full kilotonnage already. It's one of our atmosphere type. Unpleasant conditions. What do we have anything already here? Yeah, we've already got our spaceport and depot and all that stuff. Cancel it. Alrighty. Excellent. So this one's basically whatever the hell we want to put here, we can. How about intelligence stuff? I haven't checked that for a while. And they have not expended anything at us, intelligence-wise. So I'm just going to leave that in defensive, or in there for intelligence defense. Might want to go ahead and start researching some intelligence techs. Maybe. So let's see, what could we use here? Go ahead and start with a space yard. Good starting point. I think we already had the events predictor being built. Yeah, system Q. How about these? System, yep. Didn't have that one. You can go ahead and throw in some of those things. Couple of those. Couple of those. Oh. Get rid of that. Stick that in. Because that'll increase the production levels of all the resources for quite a while. So that will be that planet, and then we still got another one underway. That's good. Let's see. Where was our little buddy? This is the spoiler. We need him to get back here. Go ahead and pop forward another turn. Making another turn. Making another turn. Making another turn. Music. I forgot the damn music again. Hold on a second. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we got some new colony ships. Excellent. And where was this sucker going? It's not going to tell me. Not telling me where that one was going either. And I don't remember where they were all meant to go, so I'm just going to have to wing it, I guess. They're all going over here and over here. So this is... we don't want that one. Crusader gas. I think we were already sending one to one of these. So I'll just kind of assume it was that one and send it there. Crusader rock. Is going to go to that one, not explore. Cancel orders. Colonize. Next. Crusader gas. This one, that's rock. I already sent one to this one. And right, not this one. Oh well. One way or another we'll get all those colonized. And that's it. I think we got another couple of turns on this. Yep. Let's go ahead and... Wait a second. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Don't think I did. And another turn! Make it another turn! Another turn! Maybe to offset the larger video size, I'll make these videos a bit shorter. For the most part, try and do more like 20-25 minutes instead of going up to like almost an hour like I have been. I'm not sure. It's one of those, where do you make the trade-off? Because this is one of those games that just takes time. So just doing it in like 20-30 minute chunks take a while to get anywhere. Of course, doing it in hour chunks is going to take a while to get anywhere too, but again. Alright, so we got another Humiliator constructed, a Humiliator 2. Got another colony, and I believe this one, yep, another same atmospheric one, and we've already got all of our resupply depot and spaceport stuff taken care of. This one has really good radioactive and organics production, so you might want to go ahead and do something there. This is a small one. What do we got in the way of... We've already got one space... not spaceport, space yard, and we've got a second one building there. So we don't really need a third space yard here, I don't think. So I think this one we can probably focus on just getting resources. This one's a little tricky. Maybe just go for a straight up, or mostly a research planet. Because we could put some resources, because it's really good on radioactives and organics. It would be a shame to waste that. Unfortunately, it's got really terrible mineral production, which of course is what we actually kind of need. But go ahead, and I think that's what I'll do, is stick in like 3 each of these. Don't really need any of the scanners. We'll already be getting the system scanner in, which will boost them all. And then after that, go for some research facilities. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's everything right there. So that'll be a nice boost to our resource production and our research production. And we had that new Humiliator. We've got our little buddy up here, a frigate no less. This is a destroyer with low resources, but we've also got the mines there. So the question is, brand new ship, do we send it to help here, or do we want to... I think we should probably send him here, since that was the main purpose of building some of these newer ships, was to push forward on our xenophobic expedition to annihilate another entire species, or enslave them. Nah. We'll take over their planets and then kind of grandfather them into society. We're xenophobic. We're nice xenophobes. We're only xenophobic as long as you aren't part of our governmental system. Sure, why not? I can have both sides of the coin if I damn well please. I'm the one running the empire. I'll be the nice xenophobe right up until I have the technology that allows me to blow up star systems, and then fuck them. Kill them all. we have our empire, or we'll have our major empire, we can just blow through their defenses and blow up the star, and it's a lot quicker. We'll see. I might do it the painfully slow but less dark empire evil bastard method of not destroying entire star systems just because it's faster. Okay, let's get on with this. Did we finish our... or is that another turn? Yeah, that's one more turn. Move along, little doggies. I have no idea why I did that. I just did. So yeah, I've been working on some different things lately. Working on a rule book for a miniatures game like Warhammer. There's a good group that I like to watch, Mini Wargaming, here on YouTube, and they have a good website. Thousands of battle reports that you can watch on their site that are really nice. They did this one, or they're currently doing this one called, it's a Death Watch campaign that has smaller unit sizes, and like 5-man units. And a lot of it is stuff that the one guy that, I'm not sure how who owns what necessarily, but his name's Matt. He came up with a lot of the rules himself, and that kind of inspired me, because I've thought about doing a miniature game for a while, because the whole backstory for me is I've had this setting called the Chronicles of Quite Nip for quite a long time, a fantasy setting. I don't really want to go into the whole backstory of that entire setting. That would take a while. But, so I've had this setting in my back pocket, so to speak, for quite some time. And, I've been doing different things with it. And, I started working on an RPG system. I got somewhere with it, but kind of had to leave it to one side because I kind of ran out of... That would be a good one to throw some turns into, because robotics, that improves facility production rate, the space yard production. Alright, so then we can get our new ships. Oop, ship. A light cruiser, yeah. 130 kilotons more. So anyway, like I was saying, had this setting, had some basic systems and stuff were pretty much done for the RPG. It was just filling in all the extra stuff, all the world building stuff. I just never could find the time to go ahead and get it and do it. And I thought about doing a miniature game, but again, it's just I can never find the right angle to approach it, because within Quite Nip, the setting, the way I would do it for like a miniature game is one of the countries, or, well, yeah, it's its own country, called Nisk, N-I-S-K, is known as the duelist capital. And I don't have... Oh, okay. I missed one there. So, 1, 2... There we go. Alright, let me just get into this in here right quick. Alright, so the whole duelist thing is that, you know, it's like organized. It's not, sometimes it's more gladiatorial, but it's also, it's like everything from like smoky bars and taverns with gladiator, you know, duelist pits in the floor that they, you know, they watch the fights and bet and everything, all the way up to these huge arenas that have entire staged battles. So I knew that I could use that to do the miniatures game, but I wasn't sure how to structure it until I saw Mini Wargaming doing this Death Watch campaign, and that kind of sparked off the ideas in my head. Oh, that I could do it that way. Okay, you don't have to do it just one side. You can actually do something a little bit more dynamic. So yeah, I've been working on that. I'm still working on the Markiplier, the Mark of the Covenant game, which is also based in the Quai-Nip setting, because I like to keep my shit tied together when I can. I was inspired a lot by Lovecraft and like Hunter Thompson. You know, the Lovecraftian way of tying everything in together, and Hunter Thompson's gonzo style of writing, you know, kind of putting yourself inside of the story. Or in his case, most of the time, living it and actually being the story. So, let's see. Put shields on it yet? No. I'm going to go with a couple of shield generators, make this thing robust. We've still got some good, go ahead and stick Minesweeper on it. Gives us 100 tons left for weaponry. We're going to have our point defense ships, but maybe having one point defense cannon on there is not a bad idea. So then, the question is, what kind of weaponry do we want? Do we want to go ahead and do some missiles? Let's go ahead and do one missile and one time distortion burst. Maybe we can shave off a couple of points, or a couple of bits of tonnage here and there somewhere. We could go ahead and get rid of the neural net, but that is useful. We could go ahead and get rid of the Minesweeper, but especially for like these smaller ships, I guess I can get rid of the Minesweeper. I mean, that frees up a lot of space, so we can go ahead and stick in even more weaponry. Go ahead and kind of indulge my OCD just a little bit there. I don't have serious OCD about most things, just sometimes not being able to get things symmetrical on things like this irritates me. But there's no way to do it. There's no individual or one thing that's protruding and I can't stick two in. So there we go. That's a little bit better. So yeah. So basically with this we can kind of pop through most shields with our distortion burst. I mean, that only goes up to a range of 70, so not the best range. And then we got our missiles here. They go up to 160. That's pretty damn good range. And they burn armor. So, pretty good damage dealing capacity here. We've got not great armor, but should be enough to protect the ship overall. It'll be pretty damn fast. Pretty well shielded with 2 shields. We probably should start upgrading shields and point defense. I mean, there's just so many damn techs to upgrade, you know, to advance. And then, never quite enough tech points to go around, but we'll get there. So, yeah, back to some of the stuff that I was I like to keep things at maximum range or optimal range. I guess I'll go with optimal range on this one. Type is attack ship. Attack medium. Name. Grinder, maybe. Did you use that one already? Nope. Grinder. It's a very special ship. Sorry, the joke was there. I had to use it. Alright, so armor, 240 kilotons, not too bad. Ordnance, not a whole lot. Not enough room. Good movement. Overall, not a bad ship. We can go ahead and copy that one and do something a bit different. Get rid of the missile there. Go ahead and... what's the distance on that? Not great. Damn it. Stop clicking on that shit. So let's see. Go ahead and only leaves 10 left. But for that 10, we're going to give it a little bit more armor. So this one, the name will be... let's go with Cruncher. So just a couple of slight variations. In this case, this one is just, it's a bit more tanky, basically. We've removed a little bit of its firepower, or well, downgraded firepower just a little bit. But for that, we get a little bit more armor and a little bit more point defense. So it's just a somewhat more tanky design. You know, 320 kilotons of armor versus 240. And, you know, and still, these weapons are pretty damn good weapons. With their quad damage to shields, we can be certain that anything that we attack, its shields, if they rely heavily on shields, they're fucked. That is just a guarantee. Alright, so we were sinking a lot into robotics. Now I'm not sure that that's really worth the investment. I'm going ahead and pull half of that out of there. Let's see, what can we get away with here? 5, that's going to be ages and ages. That'll be ages and ages too. But then we'll have those research facilities that are going to be built. So that's not too bad. Go ahead and pull some more out of there and stick that into research, lower the time on that. Go ahead and try and get our research up a little bit better. Planet utilization, do we really need to bother with that? I mean, it would be nice because we can get our terraforming sped up, but I don't think it's really essential to speed that up right now. I think just tossing a lot more into research right now would be better usage of those points. So let's go ahead and get the turning over, and I can go back to my ramblings on what I've been up to lately. So yeah, working on the Markiplier game, which it's gonna be like Jack to the Future if you've watched any of the stuff or played that at all. Kinda, sorta. It's like the same kind of general idea that it's an RPG, kind of a parody RPG. If Jack to the Future was more like a Mel Brooks almost style of, and Futurama or Family Guy kind of parody of an RPG with some definite Kubrick stuff thrown in. Mark of the Covenant is going to be more like Terry Pratchett's Discworld, because that's kind of what Quinip is inspired by. I mean, it's a bit more satirical fantasy in a way, but not necessarily against fantasy so much as just using fantasy as satire for other things, but also doing some satire of fantasy itself, and then conventions within it, cliches and stuff. So this is a rock. We were sending these up here. This one was a rock one. Spoilers, the mine layer, which I believe can take on cargo. Yep. And you can move back here. And another Crusader gas, which I'm not sure was meant to be heading here. Question is, where was it meant to be heading to? Probably here. Maybe one of those rock ones was meant to go there. I do not know where I was intending to put this one. No, I'm trying to remember how to do something. I retrofitted it into a rock one because I'm kind of thinking that's where I made a mistake. I should have made that one into a rock one to begin with. I'm not 100% sure. So, you know, anyway, talking about the Mark of the Covenant Markiplier game, so definitely the basis of it is more like just a strict RPG. It's going to be heavily inspired by Torment and some of the other old school RPGs I used to play all the time. And it's going to be an RPG that happens to star YouTubers. It's not really a fan game, strictly speaking. I kind of like using things like the YouTubers and references to stuff. It's just it's kind of like a Family Guy sort of thing. It's just more interesting to me in some ways. I don't know if Family Guy is the right example, or Futurama even. It's just for some reason I kind of like using the YouTubers because it makes it more interesting to work. You know, something to work with. It's a bit more interesting seeing how I can take a YouTuber and put them inside of a game. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, a large ice planet. I managed to somehow overlook that one completely. I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and make one up just in case we have. So we've got another gas one here. Where was this one supposed to go? Good grief. Maybe right there. And one short of being able to colonize it. Crusader rocket, of course, it's still repairing. The Impaler. Alrighty. So, and again, do we want to send this one up here, or do we send it forward? I think we'll probably go ahead and send that here. Move it on up. Alright. How is our facility stuff looking here? Maybe getting done here pretty soon. How's the other one? Still just getting started on stuff. So, how about here on building ships? Still, nope, we're good. So we can go ahead and start getting some of these built. And we're doing really good on those resources. Organics and radioactives. And here I am already going over 40 minutes, so I'll be trying to wrap this up here pretty soon. After I finish what I was talking about. I think that's everything for this turn. Yeah. Go ahead and wrap it up on this next turn. So, Mark of the Covenant, been working on that off and on. Mainly while I wait for videos and stuff to render out, I'll poke around working on that. The miniatures game I've been working on, doing the videos of course. Working on music for the Markiplier, the Mark of the Covenant game, because I'm planning on doing an entire soundtrack for that like I did with Back to the Future. Only even more ambitious this time around. Coolness. Starting to get some of these other planets colonized. Yay! So we've got 3 new colonies. We should have uncovered some new alien technology, because I could have sworn the one had ruins on it. Maybe it just didn't uncover anything. So this is a large rock one. It has nothing on it so far. So I guess we'll just have to go with the basics here, which is resupply depot, space yard facility, space port, and modification plan. Just 70 turns for that to get done. 7 full years. Wow, 70 fucking turns for those to get done. I guess I will need to start putting some research points back into that to try and level that up, those things up a bit. Damn. Oh well. Alrighty, so we do not have anything else colonized here, so same shit. Basically, space yard, resupply, space port. What's good organics, not very good on any of the others. So a plant, go ahead and put in a value improvement plant, since we won't be able to do much else with this planet until it gets converted. And I guess an organics facility, just so it's being productive on something. And then Necron. And this one already has resupply and spaceport, so we can just put whatever here. First thing we want is the modification plant, obviously. What's its resource production? Ooh, really good. Minerals. What do we have? A mineral scanner here, building here in this area. The system-wide one. Nope. And not necessarily the best allocation of resources, since these things at this point will be taking up more room than they're worth. But later on, once this thing's finished, even though it's going to take for fucking ever, once it's done, we can just pile on the mineral mining facilities and just get buku resources off of that sucker. Alrighty, so I think that's pretty much everything, unless I want to go ahead and, that's almost painful to do it, but we need to get those things updated a bit more. Do we really need to put any more into... Should never completely remove research into either research or resource. You should always have at least a little bit of research going into those, I think. Such a tiny amount of research going into those. Medium ship construction. I want to push forward on that temporal tech. Don't want to stop pushing on that. Got things kind of... Well, this temporal weapons will be done in a little bit, and we can go ahead and pull some points out of that and put it, either go ahead and push it back into the research and get that done a bit faster, or go ahead and put it into armor and shields and get them upgraded at least one level for now. So some choices coming up on where to put our research, but we'll have some more research facilities being built pretty soon, and by the time all those are done, not long, you know, in a little bit, we'll be able to get another level of researched. Go ahead and upgrade facilities. I'm not sure if that was necessary, but just in case there were any that needed to be upgraded, that'll get that taken care of. And just go ahead and hit one more. Oh, we got a ship waiting to be sent out. Oh yeah, our rock crusader can go. No, we did send one there, so I should have hit it. Oh. Oh well. That's a gas giant. So now I have a ship that I really don't have anywhere to friggin' send it. Already got one going there. That's an ice planet. That's also an ice planet. I've already got one going there. Probably already have one going there. Well, maybe probably not this one. Not a medium planet. Any other large rocky worlds? Or did I just make a straight up mistake there? Yep, I think I made a mistake. There's a large gas giant. I don't think I have anything going up that way. Hey. But I don't really want to have to convert that damn thing over again. No, I guess I went to the other one. I guess that's what I can do. I'll go ahead and convert it over again and send it over to this one. Yay. Item bollocks. Yeah, I was talking about the soundtrack for that game, because I wanted to do kind of like a heavy metal soundtrack, which is going to be difficult. I'd actually would like to try and find, you know, bass, guitar, and keyboards to work with me on doing this. I'm going to be doing drums, vocals, lyrics, production, for certain. If I could find people that actually know how to play instruments properly to do the other parts. You know, that would be great. So figuring probably 15% to them for each part. You know, I'm going to be doing like 4 different things. So, you know, 15% for each of the other, to, you know, whoever does would be doing the other instruments. That's about even. You know, that's 3 different parts they'll be doing, and I'll be doing the other 4 bits. Maybe do more like 16% to each of the soundtrack sales. That's 16-17% to each. I don't mind going a bit further back off of 50% for myself, although I am, like I said, doing most of the work. I don't know, try and keep it more or less even, be my preference. 15-16% I think is pretty good. This one has good production, and it is a fully atmospheric planet. And we've already got the other stuff building on one of the other ones. Which one was it? This one? Yeah, space yard, depot, port, all of that stuff. So this one, let's see. Don't need that. Probably should go ahead and do a space yard. That's a good idea. Tempted to go ahead and at least put in like the system-wide resource production boosters and all of them. This one has good enough production levels that I want to go ahead and take advantage of that. A couple of those in, a couple of them. Maybe a value improvement plant just to boost its production values over time. That ought to be good. We get the robot stuff. That's going to be a while. But this would be a good spot for that, so maybe just because we've got tons of production on organics and radioactives. I mean, we're doing really good on both of those. Go ahead and save those spaces. So once we get the robotics research, we can stick those in here on this planet and really push production on this planet, and that way we can turn it into kind of a forward military production base, because it's out of the way enough that before any enemies could get to it, you know, whoever is over here, before they could get to it, they would really have to push through some territory, at least a little bit of territory to get to it. But it's not so far back that it would just be taking forever for our ships to get there, unlike, you know, like our established production bases like back here. So, forward military base area, once we get the robotics, you know, we can really focus on building that up. That'd be good. As well as a different resource and intelligence and research production, also very good. So I think I'm going to call this an episode. Go ahead and save. There we go. And I don't think there's anything else I was wanting to talk about. So yeah, those of you who are watching, if you play an instrument, like, you know, guitar, bass, or keyboards, and you'd like to work on that Markiplier soundtrack, like I said, I will you know, as long as I make money, you'll make money too. And, but it's still early stages. I've only done the drum track for one song. I haven't even written lyrics for it yet or decided exactly how it's going to sound or how I would like it to sound. Still very early days. I was just, you know, something to talk about. But if you're interested and you actually play an instrument, or if you know somebody who does and might be interested, let them know. Because, you never know. Could turn into something big. Or at least good. Way to get out there and be heard. Because, you know, I like doing soundtracks for these games, and that is one of the, you know, it's not the main reason I do stuff like including YouTubers into it, but it is, you know, kind of a, you know, I guess you could call it a bonus thing, is that if their fan base really enjoys the game and really enjoys the music, they might buy the soundtrack. It's just nature of the beast sort of thing. So I want to make something that's really good. Not just because of that, because I wouldn't be happy making something shitty just to have it on, you know, have something on there. You know, I want to make a really good game with a really good soundtrack. And, you know, I mean, if I wasn't including the YouTubers, I could probably sell the damn game. It's just, like I said, including the YouTubers in it just kind of makes it more interesting to me for some reason. I don't know why. I suppose I could make a commercialized version of the game that has characters who aren't YouTubers, who are but aren't, kind of spoof versions of them or something. I don't know. You know, it's still kind of early days on the whole thing, but enough of that BS. That's not why you were watching. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave comments and share the video and tell your buddies about it and all that good junk. And one last time, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.